everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you know anything about my channel, you know I like ThinkPads and getting laptops I find at thrift stores. And so this is a follow-up to a couple of videos I did. I did it sort of like a first look, then I found like a portable hard drive, and along with that video, in that video toward the end of it, halfway through it, whatever, I decided to talk a little bit more about the refurbishing I was doing to this ThinkPad E550. So this is going to be a follow-up to that. So let's get underway. So this is the E550. So I brought this to McDonald's to have a little lunch and to get into this thing. So as you can see, the overall score is 5.9, and it's got, you know, a decent little processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 64-bit OS. So that's pretty good. Let's see the experience rating. So, you know, looking at it, the hard disk is the lowest rating. Well, that's pretty awesome, actually, especially when your highest rating is 7.9. So that's really decent score for this type of system. It's got a Broadwell U chip. What else? What stands out? It's got 2 cores, 4 threads. Don't care about cache. Main board, again, Broadwell U. The BIOS from 2019. 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. Let's take a look at the actual individuals. So Samsung 2015, running at the highest speed, which is awesome. That's great. And so that's the Samsung one. Now let's take a look at the other one. What do we got here? Yeah, so it's a Hyundai, and it's from 2016, so pretty fairly matched chips. Okay, let's take a look at the graphics. Well, it's the typical HD graphics, 5500. It says it's got 1024, but let's be realistic. That's not really what it has on board. So let's go into looking at the actual chip info. So it's using a lot of shared memory, but the actual dedicated is 192. But because it's DDR3 and it's using it pretty well, it's managing it pretty well, you get good performance. Okay, and those are your dimensions, not bad at all. You can work with that. So let's get rid of this and this, and let's take a look at the overall. So what I'm looking at for here is temperatures, and those are pretty reasonable temperatures. It's pretty hot right now. Sorry for the pulsing here, but that's just the way this monitor is. So it's got a, you know, kind of the standard stuff. And here's the hard drive information. That's running nice and cool. But the problem with this is it's showing cautions, and why? We'll get into that. So it's only been running for 105 days, maybe 106 days, but it's got 3 warnings, all having to do with sector counts. So apparently the sector count issue, there's a sector count issue with it. And finally, we have a nice clean, what can I call it? Driver setup. So there you go, guys. I'm going to stop it before it stops. There we go. So there you have it. That's sort of an update to my refurb on my ThinkPad 550. So this is kind of a typical usage case for me when it comes to these kinds of laptops. Some people have asked, well, what do you do with all these laptops you get? Well, I rotate them around and I bring them to a place like McDonald's or coffee shop, plug them in, and I do work on them. Yeah, you can get work done on these things. Now, a typical case of what I mean by work, it's not like my actual work. It's sort of hobby work, right? So here's an example. I found a really interesting magazine on the Internet Archive, and I wanted to read it. And I want to get out of the house. And I want to get something to eat. So I would simply put that magazine on a USB flash drive, and I would bring it to with me to McDonald's, and I'd simply go and have a bite to eat, or I'd go and get a coffee, and I'd spend a half hour reading the thing and maybe making some notes using some of the software I have on here. As you can see, I got Zim, I got Simple Note, which allows me to sync notes, you know, from a laptop or anywhere where I have an internet connection to my phone or any other computer that has Simple Note. So great program. If you haven't tried it out, it's a great program for syncing simple text notes. Yeah, so I'll just simply bring this along with me, plug it in, and I got a full-scale productivity system for learning stuff, or for just reading stuff, or whatever you want to do. I don't know what you do on a computer, but I don't just watch, you know, YouTube. So if I really want to watch YouTube, I can watch it on any computer I have, or on my phone. But it's more about having a really nice keyboard, and this thing's got it. So that's going to be it, guys. That's my little ramble. Hope you're having a great Labor Day. I think it's great that you know, that they consider all these women who've been through labor and made a special day for them. But talk to you later.